If you just all right, we're about to start the semifinals of Grand Prix Dallas. This is Orrin Beasley on the right playing Rug against Austin Bursavich on the left playing Blue-White Cargo. The two only successful decks of this weekend. There are four of each of these in the top 8.
And you could see just the top tables were just all Rug and Conway for pretty much the whole tournament.
Right. Beasley starts it off right with a turn 2 Explorer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not really a good deck.
It's still fine. I think it's one of the top.
Valakut?
No one played Valakut here. I saw 2 people over the entire week now. No, 3.
I mean, I played it once on day 2.
Bursavich has his ideal turn 2 of a Stoneforge Mystic into a sort of...
How exciting! Turn 2 Mystic for a sword.
And Shields has beaten Raptor in the quarterfinals. Josh Ederwayton going down. David Shields would go on to the semifinals to face Owen Turnwald, who has seemed almost unstoppable all weekend.
For quite a while, he's seemed pretty unstoppable.
Yeah.
I think that Mystic's about to eat a bolt.
This is his third top 8 in 4 GPs.
Yeah, yeah.
And
he makes it look
almost
so
top 8
easy.
in the Pro Tour as well.
Yeah, he really makes it look easy.
But Beasley's going to bolt the Stoneforge Mystic. What do you think of that play rather than just waiting for...
I would have bolted him in the face.
Just pointed at
just
his
three
dome.
him? Seems reasonable. I mean, he's already at 19. He's practically burning himself. Do you just bolt the Stoneforge there, or do you wait for him to try to equip something and then use the bolt as a template?
No, you want to do it then because then he can't use the Mystic's ability to put the sword into play.
Okay.
So you can use your Mana Leak on it. So explored, but only played 1 land.
Yeah. Is it different if you don't have a Mana Leak in your hand, or?
Probably not, because it's still a discount. Like if they have a Colonnade in play or something. Or I mean, I'm sorry, a Colonnade in hand rather. Second Mystic.
Mystic.
Do we know if what his second equipment is? Some people were playing Mortarpod, such as myself. Some people were playing the second Sword of Feast and Famine. Some people are still playing the Sword of Body and Mind.
I haven't seen Austin play it all, so I'm not exactly sure what his equipment mix is.
Alright, the Mystic does get Mana Leaked. Oracle cannot be Spell Pierced.
Reveals a bolt on top. He's going to play a sack land.
He's going to shuffle away, look for another land to play off the Oracle.
So clearly, at this stage of the game, Lightning Bolt is not a strong enough draw step.
Right, right. He also has an Inferno Titan as his only card in hand, so he really wants another land.
And I mean, value, right?
Yeah, Mize, as they say.
Who would you rather be right now, the blue-white guy or the Rug guy?
I'd probably take the Rug player's seat.
Why?
Yeah.
Does he have Oracle?
Yeah. And his hand is Jace Inferno Titan. It's a pretty strong hand.
Fair point.
And get lucky. And Precursor Golem on
Precursor
that.
Golem. And if Austin does nothing and leaves up Leak or something for the many plays that Orrin could have, then he still has just enough mana to activate that Raging Ravine and get in. So,
all the options.
yeah, it's kind of pick your poison at this point for Austin. He does just pass, holding up Leak.
By the way, my last round opponent had 1 loss and 5 draws.
That's impressive.
He was not exactly playing fast.
That is impressive.
How quickly did you call a judge to
5
watch
draws,
the match?
1 loss. Oh, we obviously drew. Blue-white. Oh, sorry.
What's the play here?
Well, now that Tech Edge is in play for Austin. The Raging Ravine backup plan doesn't really work. So yeah, I mean, I agree with Orrin here. You kind of have to just power through the counters.
He probably has more game-winning threats in his hand right now.
Right.
Than he has
I assume Austin
Destroy
has.
the Meadowland, play Jay's Bouncer Oracle, and thanks for playing.
I don't think he doesn't have a second blue. Just play the sword here. It's not exactly what he wants to be doing.
Sneak it into play. Punish him for tapping out.
Oh, I thought that was a pun for Sneaky Homunculus, which is his Magic Online screen name.
So this is a famous Magic the Gathering
Yes.
online grinder.
Correct.
Is the blue-white guy playing twin dams?
I assume so, since Orrin didn't attack.
Yuya just
I haven't
joined
seen
us
the
in the
list.
booth.
I haven't seen the list, but I mean, they looked at each other's deck lists, and Orrin chose not to attack me, so I assume he was Kadam.
Portapod?
Oh, Garrick.
Garrick Wildspeaker. Best Planeswalker Magic.
The Oracle's missed 3 times now, but I mean that means Orrin's drawing gas. He's got Jace, Inferno Titan in hand, and Garrick on top. Eventually, one of these has got to stick.
Oh, please, spell please that. Punish him!
Martin just wants to watch anybody get punished for anything.
Oh, yeah.
So he goes for a Jason Mind
wow, and it
here.
resolves.
Resolving.
Brainstorm. Yep. As Shuhei says, the game is done. Brainstorm, and he gets to put back the land on top.
From the
Yeah. Get rid of that bolt, put a land on top, put it into play with the Oracle, shuffle away the bolt. And he gets to cast that Preordain and play another land off the top.
Here comes the avalanche of card advantage.
Man, this is sick.
I think it's pretty standard.
Probably putting lightning bolt.
Oh wow, he's choosing to keep the bolt.
When you're gonna have infinite
put that
cards in your
card.
hand, I guess it's best to have as many cheap ones as possible.
Makes sense. Just passes without cracking his fetch and looking for another land. So
Well,
I guess he just wants the bolt and the Garrick.
He doesn't want to lose the powerful Garrick Wildspeaker.
Right. And he knows an island is underneath it. So he gets to play another land off of his Oracle if it survives.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's looking quite good for Orrin here.
You think?
You heard, yeah, good to game.
Good to game, yeah.
I mean, the game's turning around. You just play a sword.
Yeah, his card advantage engine is also in play. I don't think that Oracle can block anything with a sword on it. Draw the Garrick Wildspeaker. Probably play an island here.
Straight into play.
Can we just like fast forward in time to game 2?
Sorry, man.
Anything could happen. Anything could happen. He's gonna brainstorm again. They're just leaving the booth, please. Japanese guys are. That's it. There's nothing else to see here.
Did he just put a not land back?
No, he still has all the cards.
He's definitely putting
He almost
one
did.
land back, right? Stands to reason.
Yeah, he pulled out 2 non-land cards from his hand, but figured it out before he put them back.
Skillfully.
Yeah. Maneuvered his way around that one.
And looks like it's Inferno Titan time, and that will get a scoop from Austin immediately.
Austin does Martin use a favor and scoops him up.
Ooh!
And it looks like the commentators correctly predicted the winner of that game.
Yeah.
At least 2 turns ahead.
Who could have thought?
Right click and see. Which is not good. I'll figure it out.
What do you think the key to this matchup is for each of them after side loading?
Well, the game kind of breaks down into phases of phase 1 is Cobra versus Stoneforge Mystic, kind of getting your development. If Cobra lives, then Blue-White has a really hard time keeping up. Second phase of the game is...
Blue-White doesn't have a lot of ways to kill a Cobra, right?
Right. A lot of the sideboard cards that come in are cards specifically for Cobra, such as Journey or Oust or...
Interrupt you for 1 second, because
All
we
right.
have to tell you all that GamingEtc.com wants you to always blame Kibler. You can go to GamingEtc.com right now and buy all kinds of Blame Kibler memorabilia like t-shirts and monster binders. You could also go to Facebook and hang out with all your Kibler blaming friends at tinyurl.com/blame Kibler. And they also sell lots of Magic singles, Magic supplies. You can use the coupon code GGSLive to save 10% off your entire purchase.
And if you have a lot of money, you can also buy the Kibler.
You could buy
Kibler?
But you need a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
You could buy Kibler. He has to be for sale.
I think he's for sale.
Probably a discount throw.
But you need to be really pretty and you need to have a lot of money. And also be a girl.
Alright, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, I forgot what I was saying.
Well, you were saying the early game is about Cobra versus...
Oh yeah, the phases of the
Stone
game. Yeah, so a lot of the cards that they bring in, that Blue-White brings in, are specifically for Cobra, such as more removal in Oust or Journey or what have you. And yeah, trying to get a sword into your hand and possibly even into play is that's sort of the first phase of the game. The second phase is Planeswalker Wars, where it's, you know, Jaces and Garuks and Gideons, where both players have a lot of counter magic and a couple small dudes, and then the end game is really just Blue-White trying to close out the game before Rug can play as many backbreakers as they can in the form of, you know, Inferno Titans or Precursor Golems if they don't board them out or whatever the big win conditions are. You know, you have to kind of peck them away with hawks and swords and try and lock them out of the game that way.
Cursor Golem was a card that was pretty sick against Blue-White, but it seems like a lot of Blue-White players have adapted to things like Into the Royal to...
Yeah. Now that Into the Royal
trying to bring that card in.
Now that Into the Royal is kind of common ground, Precursor Golem gets a lot worse. It's one of those back and forth like mind game things. Like, do they bring out their Precursor Golems? Don't they? And it definitely changes how you want to board. So you can, you know, change it up between games, or look like you're going to change it up between games and don't. And there are levels upon levels for just that one sideboarding decision.
It's a complicated game.
It really is. Children's card game with dinosaurs on the cards.
Which deck would you rather be here?
Well, I mean, Cobblade only because I know how to play it and don't know how to play Rug.
All right.
But from what I've seen in the statistics, Rug is supposedly favored.
Because they have Cobra and the other guy can kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in my experiences, it's about even, and I've actually beaten it more times than I've been beaten by it. But like the level of competition is, you know, comes into question there.
Right.
Like Rug is a very, very hard deck to play. So if I'm beating people that are inexperienced with it, then, you know, maybe my results are going to be biased.
You think Rug is harder to play than Blue-White?
Probably.
Like your cards like do straight up things that they're supposed to. Like,
maybe I just think that it's
mana, Explorer. Like you can only play an extra land. But like with Mystic, you can like mess up by fetching the wrong sword. Like you can mess up a lot of things with Blue-White, but I don't think you can mess up that much with Rug.
I mean, the mana, the Cobra math, the preordains. I mean, both decks are hard to play. Don't get me wrong.
It's harder to draw your Lotus Cobra than it is to draw a Mach or I think that's what he's getting at. Sure.
So, someone pointed out that it's 32 Jaces in the top Jace the White stuff.
Yeah.
Surprise,
Jace.
surprise.
Prediction: Jace wins the Pro Tour. He wins the Grand Prix. What?
All of them.
32.
All of them.
We don't know how many small cases though. So over 32.
fallbacks.
Yeah.
Nice card.
So no 2-drop there for Austin. On the play, often it's right to leave up leak because Cobra is so important, but I can't get a good look at his hand to see if that's what happened.
Both players kind of
Oh, there is. He just
drawing,
drew a leak, so
drawing
if he
play
didn't have one
lane,
before, he does
playing,
now.
playing lines, passing. Sneak that mortar pot out there. He had the answer for the Cobra the whole time.
Yeah, I guess so. Guess he just doesn't have a 2-drop.
It's a pretty exciting game.
Yeah, I mean, when
Magic used to be like this all the time.
when Top Blade is on the play, the game degenerates into draw go fairly often. But when Rug's on the play, it's more of a back and forth.
Magic used to be much more fun when there was no cards like Jace and like Planeswalkers. It was like the best card was Call of the Head or like Shadow Mage Infiltrator because it was a 2-4-1 basically. And like right now, some plays a Jace with an empty board and it's like, yeah, dead. The game's over. Like back then, you could have played like decks that you actually created. Like imagine right now if you played a mono black deck or a mono white deck, like they just play Jace and you screw because you can't beat it ever.
Powerful spell.
I hate Jace.
Too good, some say.
You used to be able to just play islands, you know. You don't have to play any of the other crappy colors.
Looks like Austin just drew a Hawk.
That's pretty exciting.
Attack you with a Mortipod.
I tricked the judge.
Is 2 Marsh Flats in his Top Blade deck? Yeah,
That's a lot of white mana.
It is not.
Look at those combos. I hate that planes. It's ugly. The gloomy pyramid planes. And how about a hawk?
Orrin's fingering his mana leak if he wants to tap him out.
I don't think you have a third planes in that deck. I don't.
Ooh, Lotus Cobra is a good draw.
I think it's like 2 Marsh Flats, 2 blades.
It was a joke, man.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I don't know.
He might be.
how many
I don't
basics.
know. Maybe he has the third one in his hand.
I mean,
Doubt it. Probably doesn't play a second March Flats too.
I mean, you probably saw the list, right? Or like you didn't.
No. They don't tell me anything.
How many basics did you play?
4 and 4 and 1 Scalded Times.
Maybe if you have more ways to shuffle after Jason, you accept it.
I mean, I had Squadron Hawks and Stoneforge Mystics.
So is he.
So that's interesting. Looks like there's a Gideon in Austin's hand, which is a card that when I was playing, I sideboarded out against Rogue. Yeah. Yeah, as far as I know, that's generally consensus to board out Gideons against Rogue.
Like, why does he still have Squatter on?
Hawks are fine. I mean, if you don't have enough cards to bring in, then Hawks are probably better than Firewalker or whatever you would bring in instead, you know?
Plus 2s with the Jace.
Yeah, keep it out of bolt range.
Oh, Jace is in play? What happened?
He cast it, and Orrin didn't have a second mana leak.
Probably
told you.
I did have a stick bonus.
Want to ask me which seat I'd take now?
Yeah. His head is not bad.
I'd probably take Austin's seat still.
How was that actually?
I don't really understand why he's not looking right now.
It should be 18.
It's a lot of
I
mana
mean,
leaks
if-
in the 3
Meta in this game.
If Oracle resolves with all those fetches in play, then he's going to play so many lands that the mana leak gets dead very
Oh,
fast.
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
It's like he wants the Oracle.
Yep, Bolt himself. Shot and Ray doing some heavy lifting off to the side here.
What is it?
No idea.
So who's winning the GB?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, we're all quite biased, but
They can't beat him.
nobody can beat him. Who's gonna win the GP?
he doesn't want to say.
Austin Bursavich.
Going to the dark horse.
Looking pretty good this
The
game.
dark horse.
Lotus Cobra on top when Mortapod is in play is a little awkward. Yeah. Orrin plays a Raging Ravine as his second land for the turn of the Oracle, but from his hand.
You just calling the game for Austin here.
I think he drew another Hawk, and that should be it.
Austin untapped with the Jason Mind Sculptor in play. That's usually,
Yeah.
Yeah, the other guy just resolves the Inferno type it.
more planeswalkers.
Value.
Play the Cobra here to get the
He has 2 Cobras in
Half mana.
hand. He's got, is that a Tumble Magnet? And 2 Lotus Cobras. And Orrin's doing a good job of keeping his hand from us.
What I think sucks about Standard is every third card shuffles your deck. Stoneforge Mystic, Squadron Hawk,
Yeah, it gets-
all these fetch lands.
It's a little tedious. I hate it when they make
Like,
cards
you
to shuffle
spend,
your
like,
deck.
I don't mind
15
it.
minutes shuffling every round.
Shuffle faster.
I mean, it's like 3 minutes between games. Then you play like 3 games. Then like you fetch at least like 7 times. Squadron Hawk.
That's why you like Moto, right?
Yeah. Lightning Bolt you. Oh my god, it's here.
Doesn't even know which planeswalker it's going to go to.
That's the beauty of it. Flash freeze.
Flash freeze your lightning bolt.
Isn't he better off bolting the Mortapod anyway? Because it's going to chump the Raging Ravine for 4. I mean, that's assuming that he wants to play Raging Ravine this turn. Or activate it, rather. Oh yeah, the Magnet, he's just going to tap.
You can tap it.
Yep. Knock the Gideon to 2.
And still dead.
Nice.
So here's the Hawk. And he gets to brainstorm,
By
put
the
one
way-
back, Hawk again.
Goggle is the worst name in the history of Magic. For it out.
Why?
Sounds
By
so
extension,
bad.
call Blade.
Goggle. Goggle.
It's like Drago.
Well,
the worst.
It's an American onomatopoeia. Is probably why you don't like
It's
it.
the worst.
do you know
it's
what
the worst.
Do you know what an onomatopoeia is?
No, but it's still the worst. I don't know what that means, but
It's a word that is supposed to be a sound. Like you know how
I know.
you know how like they teach kids like farm animal sounds, but the ones they teach Americans are different than the ones they teach Europeans. It's kind of like that.
Well, the European animals, to be fair, speak a different language than the American animals. They speak like Pinko and stuff. Preordained from Austin.
Didn't he just? Oh, okay. He hasn't brainstormed yet. Martin's having fun in the chat.
Apologies in advance for whatever he writes. Be nice to our trolls. Yeah, he's
So he brainstormed, but didn't Hawk yet. I guess it's one, so you can put it as the second card down and do it next turn.
yeah.
this game looks as close as the first one.
Looks at explore a third Cobra and an island off his Halmir depths. Preordain the Cobra away.
He didn't put the land on top?
No, because he's drawing the Explorer and gets to start over. But well, now he gets to explore into the Explorer and start over again. Mentally, probably not going to be that good
That's
for
not so
Orrin this
relevant
turn.
right now.
Or for this game, rather. Not the card he was looking for.
Play a second Explorer. Draw the Mana Leak.
Trying to power through his deck.
Reveal an Avenger of Zendikar.
Linder might be able to do something.
That's a good one.
It's going to attack Gideon with Oracle Moldiah.
He's probably going to trade for a Hawk and a Mortarpod token. Oh no. I think I get rid of Oracle there. Block
Yeah,
with the Hawk and then
I don't
throw
see
it.
a problem with it.
Because, I mean, you have the Tectonic Edge for the Raging Ravine, so you don't need chump blockers. And pulling ahead with Oracle is... Oh, I guess he's saving it for the Lotus Cobras that he knows about. I think he knows about one of them. And the one that Orrin put to the bottom, so...
And he's just going to Tech Edge that Ravine now. Untap. Draw. Probably Jace again.
there's the day adjustment for the Avenger, and that should be it. Is that a hero blade hold?
I hope it is, because we need something exciting. Well, I hope it's like...
So much library fondling.
Yeah, it's a mysterious white card. It looks like a hero. So a surprising card choice.
Doesn't seem like the worst idea.
I mean, I've had much worse ideas, so I can't judge.
Likewise. Here comes the Hawk.
Call.
Bam. 15.
Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens.
Eclipse the Hawk with the Mortipod.
Thank you.
And plays another Hawk. Searches the Hawk out. The preordained to the bottom.
Don't know. Just
Tectonic Edges, a
Copperline Gorge.
Copperline Gorge.
He must have a leak in hand he wants to turn on, but it doesn't even. Oh yeah, it does. And then assassinate the Oracle with Gideon. Oh, he only has one green. So now he
Leaving
can't play
with-
his Avenger.
Living with no threats.
Yeah, it must be Angel. Yeah, I mean,
Tumble
I
Maker
couldn't
for
quite see it. I
Beasley.
just saw it as a white card that I couldn't make out. But, you know, wasn't.
You
in my
guys are
list.
saying this is over, but this guy's got 2 Tumble Makes in play. Hold off these creatures for a long time. Give him plenty of time to draw this out.
Not really that long, like, relatively. Flash freeze, land, preordain.
You might not even have to use both Tumble Magnets each turn.
Oh man, you're blowing my mind over here. At this point in the game, I mean, I'm sure both players know who's going to win, but
Yeah.
you obviously have to keep playing. Maybe Austin messes up horribly somehow, like plays a second copy of Gideon or something.
You never know what a savage blunder.
Yeah, or, you know, draws an extra
Actually
card.
plays a second
or,
chase, or, you know.
Right, exactly.
You never know.
And also, more realistically, Orrin's trying to get a look at a sideboard card from Austin to get a little more information for Game 3. Yuya's falling asleep here in the booth.
Did you use this letter?
Martin's doing something.
Just like using the
Yeah.
This game is boring.
Just because you guys think you know what's going to happen doesn't mean it's a boring game.
Jeez.
It's got a
36
preordain
times.
from Austin. You got a rough. I got to keep doing play-by-play of this. Library manipulation spell followed by a sack land. That's another shuffle in the future. Passes the turn. Ugh. Orrin Beasley only 1 green source away from dropping the potentially game-winning Avenger of
For the
Zendikar.
Day of Judgment we know Austin has.
I'd like to spoil the surprises.
Jace is gonna try and Legend Rule, and
Yeah.
it does so successfully.
That takes
Flash
care of
freeze does
one.
Not get rid of Jace.
That takes care of one problem permanent.
It's probably too little, too late.
He finally has a sword going now, right?
Yes, he's about to get sword active.
It's gonna. That's gotta help.
Last
may-
turn he neglected
maybe-
to, oh, yeah, he had a second Jace.
Second chase.
Well, I mean, with all that brainstorming and no all that
And,
brainstorming and fetching, you have to assume that he's going to find a second copy.
Hopefully a Sword of Feast and Famine can get him out of this. Well, he can't. It doesn't pay to even equip it because he has 2 tunnel magnets.
Yeah, you got to wear down the magnets.
He's got a +2 Beasley. New road to victory. You're not gonna draw any more good spells.
Might as well keep it out of bolt range while you can. Swing for 2.
Swing for 2.
Up Gideon again.
Orrin drops to a treacherous 14 life.
It's really
Orrin
teetering
draws a Scalding Tarn. Yep, that's all we got over here.
Like,
Austin
with his
untapped.
Lotus Cobra, and the Mortarpod was unequipped with his Lotus Cobra, he could have played the Avenger there if he wanted to.
But oh no.
Yeah, did not find that to be a successful game plan.
You think that would have won him the game?
I mean, we know for a fact it would not have. Yeah, it looks like Austin has made his decision that it's time to start chasing him out.
Oh,
Goes on
too
the
good.
bottom. I like how Austin just grabs Orrin's hold deck and brings it over to the 1 card to put it on the bottom. That's awesome.
Here's another Hawk.
Dan Stevens, or Nathan Young to the main event stage.
Gotta play all your tumble magnets. We're just gonna play threats that does not pay for you to try to even tap.
Razor Ravine.
Orrin draws a Raging Ravine. Maybe
Austin's
we'll
still
see.
neglecting to equip that Mortarpod. Not that it's going to matter, but I mean that's something that, you know, a technically proficient thing that I see.
But
a
look
lot
at all
of
the
players
6.
do.
Look at all the 6 mana instants that he's able to bluff.
Well, I mean, like, he does have a flash freeze, so flash freeze and being able to pay for leak is legitimate.
Yeah.
Just pointing out to players out there who want to play Cobb late, if you have the extra mana and, you know, aren't planning on needing it on their turn, then suiting up the Mortarpod, especially against the Lotus Cobra deck, can be quite important.
I don't know. Sometimes you gotta rep some threats.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, so it looks like he's chosen to go for it.
Don't hate me, AJ. I'm just trying to find things to talk about here.
Oh, no. I get it, man.
All right. Sack land to put a mana in his pool. Drop him down to 10.
Down to 9.
9.
Yeah.
We're over halfway through this game. By the life meter.
I've been asking people all weekend how much HP they have.
Nice.
Yeah. Second green, Avenger.
Avenger of Zendikar. Wow, look at all the sapling tokens this is going to make.
He has Flash Freeze and Day. If I were Austin here, I'd
You
let it
know?
resolve in Day, but
AJ?
let's see if he Flash Freezes. Ooh, exciting!
How's Troll Patrol going? Fish?
Fish. Fish.
10 sapling. This guy's got 12 creatures in play.
Yeah, so he did let it resolve, and it's just going to untap in Day.
Maybe. If he's, we'll see if he finds.
See if he figures out
We'll see if he finds the play.
Yeah.
What are those 5?
Avenger, plant tokens.
So you guys would definitely day here, huh?
Yeah, right now, I would give it at least 30 seconds before I play the Wrath. Maybe a minute. Like,
Give him a hope.
like tokens
Would
get
you
banned.
start acting just really nervous, like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
How,
I can't believe I let this get away from
How
me.
do I just not draw anything for 8 straight turns? Why would I plus twig of all the time? Plus 2s.
You can keep that one.
Yep.
That's one of the worst feelings in Magic. When they
Yeah.
fix you and let you keep it.
Jace is such a demoralizing card.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, I don't know why they made a card that's so
It's
painful
so
to lose
unfun.
to. Yeah. he's actually at his best when you're having like the worst game possible. Like the worse your game is going, the better Jace is against you.
Yeah.
Like it gets exponentially better. Like, oh, stuck on one land, huh? Well, I guess this turn 3 Jace Mind Sculpture is gonna make it pretty rough for you.
So true. So he equipped Mortipod for value to throw one more point at Orrin before wrathing.
Tight play.
Yep.
Tight
Jace
play.
is up to 9.
Mana Leak.
Yep, mentally. I mean, gotta show you.
What do you think he
the
does
last
now?
card.
I'd probably pay. if I was in Austin's shoes here.
Sick.
Oh, he has a Pierce?
Pierce.
Wow, so now he gets to keep up his Flash Freeze too?
So sick.
Oh, sick. Andy gave him the card, and JC's at what, 9 now?
We just get to see who's the boss here.
Yeah.
Pay 3? No.
He's really teaching him a lesson.
And he has to draw the card that he wanted him to draw. All right, I'm ready to agree with you guys that maybe Austin is.
Oh, you're changing sides?
All right. I'm not too big a man to not jump on the bandwagon. Tectonic Edge. You're raging review. This guy's ready for everything.
Yeah. No need to keep up Flash Freeze when you know what card you gave him. And he gave him a Halimere Depths, which, I mean, even if he gets a good card off the Halimere Depths,
this
he just gets Fate Seal.
It's kind of a mind game here now, so like he gets to put whatever.
Yeah,
card
if he has
wants,
like a mediocre card and a good card.
But maybe Austin
He's
will
looking
Fate
at
Seal.
those 3 cards like, I was hoping to see like Time Twister and
Sway the Stars.
Why can't I walk?
that's the way this works.
Why can't I draw the Time Walk?
Oh my god, it's only Lightning Bolt, Land, and Explore. I was hoping to hit the Sway this time. Or Mind Slaver, or... Oh.
No. It's like 6, 7, something like that. 6? Okay. I believe you. Just gonna Ultimate Jace and wear down the magnets for value.
What is he hoping to draw? People learn to scoop, please. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but what is he hoping to draw? Even if he's tagged this library.
I wouldn't scoop. I mean, it's very selfish of you to want them to scoop. You know?
I know.
Like this is their GPU top 4. You can scoop in yours. Let them battle it out.
Fair.
So Fetch gets to fade Jace Fate Seal for a turn. He needs to draw exactly Jace
I don't know what's
because he's
going
going
on.
ultimate next turn.
How many Jace comes
I don't know what's
13.
going on in the other guys, but I
Yeah.
suppose Owen is winning.
This game's still going.
This is like 15 minutes of our life that we were never seeing.
Why do you be with us for this?
I don't know who.
Looks
who
like
won
you
the
drew
other
not Jace.
one. Oh, Owen conceded the other match.
What?
Justin Bieber has a concert this evening here, and he didn't want to miss that, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Owen conceded his match to make the Justin Bieber show. So he did draw Jace, and Legend rules it, but without the magnets, he's still dead the other way.
Still 6? Another turn.
So Austin squeaks one out.
By the skin of his teeth.
He played pretty well though.
Kept it tight. Both players revisiting their sideboard.
Every game of this we watch, we miss more of Owen's match.
I think it's very good. I disagree, Yuya. I think Jason Mind Sculptor is a very good card.
This game so much.
It's only a boring card because people
I
don't know
love
what
how
to
much
give
fun
up.
you're having. It's awesome.
Do people see the game or us?
They're watching the game.
They're watching it.
I mean, Justin Bieber is clearly the right play.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a Justin Bieber concert in.
Owen gets to play in GP top 8s all the time.
Yeah.
How many
There's
opportunities?
a Justin
does he
Bieber
have?
concert in Dallas tonight.
Of course, you just made that up.
Speaking of fish.
Yeah, you are. You're a huge fish.
Artisan.
I know.
Play Kobe Jace.
Wait, what?
Kobe Jace.
Apparently, Jace is very good.
It's a powerful spell.
I couldn't even tell you what a single Justin Bieber song sounds like. I have no idea what this is. All I know is people talk about it all the time. I don't know what TV. I don't know anything about it. Is he on some TV show or something? Is he? I don't know.
You're adorable.
I live in a cave.
You are adorable. I also love this little like ghetto setup here you have with the duct tape
Yeah, Rashad built this for me. This is my
personal microphone.
this is my microphone hopper.
No, I like it. For those of you at home, it's a cardboard box that was with a microphone duct taped to the top of it, haphazardly at best.
Yeah, the microphone's actually taped together too underneath this.
You see like the second layer tape?
Oh wow, the black
Yeah,
tape
yeah.
under the duct tape. Yeah.
For all the people out there looking for some sweet tech, Waffle Tapa's new tech for this event, he played blue black obviously, was to draw first. Every time he played against Valakut or the mirror, he was just like, yeah, I'll draw first.
Every matchup. He drew first against Coblade too.
Yeah, Lewis Laskin and I were talking about drawing first with Cobblade against Blue Black.
Yeah, I think like it could be good. Waffle's reasoning was like, if we both mulligan, I don't want to get screwed or pull lands or something. I would just like have the extra card, you know, counter some more spells.
I mean, if anybody's going to choose to draw first with their control deck, it's going to be Waffle. You know?
have the extra counter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
He was
Like-
playing like 8 duress effects though, or something like that after board.
that makes your discard a lot, or it makes drawing first a lot better.
Yeah.
How much discard.
Didn't work
Yeah.
out for him when he was on
Yeah, I mean,
camera.
that's what drawing first does, is it limits the impact of their discard.
I was watching Waffle play with OSV, and OSV just couldn't handle it. He's like, Waffle's just a maniac.
Yeah, Ben Lundquist said that he played Waffo in the blue-black mirror and was just like outraged because obviously Ben had like 3 dead cards or whatever in his deck post-board, you know? He just like didn't have enough to bring in because the meta is all creatures. And obviously Waffle Tapa, just every card is pristine for that matchup, you know?
Well, some people think about
Yeah.
certain
Waffle Tapa not only
contingencies.
plays only control, but expects everybody else to play only control. He's yeah, draw first. Yeah, we're just talking about that. It's so good.
When there's only one real answer,
Extra card?
you have to expect somebody else to come up with the real answer as well. You gotta be ready for it.
Somebody's got to figure
Then you
it out.
got to answer
eventually.
it better.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite lines ever was, I think it was Tim Ayton talking about the Legacy GP, Columbus, watching Patrick Sullivan against Guillaume Wafatapa, saying it was the real life Jace vs. Chandra.
Yeah.
That's good.
Against Shuhei. Game 1, Game 2, draw first.
Yep. And win?
Shuhei, draw first. Performance good.
That's awesome. Yeah, drawing first, it's a legitimate strategy. I mean, in Atlanta, in the extended mono red burn mirror, I chose to draw first.
Yeah.
And my opponent was shocked. He was
Ace Man,
so shocked.
Charles Dupont said he played against Saito in Pro Tour Austin, and he's like, I think Saito, he's like, I think Saito's a scrub. I played him in the Mono Red Mirror match. They're both playing Mono Red. He's like, and he chose to play first. And then he attacked me with a Goblin Guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm like, what is he doing? He's like, here. He's just going off to me about Saito. And I ran him in Seattle. We were talking about
That's
it. It's
awesome.
Like,
yeah, I mean, those plays were probably both wrong. I mean, I remember one of the big stories from Pro Tour Honolulu was that Jim Davis chose to draw first in constructed,
right? Yeah.
And like
the John Muir.
Yeah, and absolutely destroyed it. And the version of that story that's a little less known is that after a few rounds, Brad Nelson, a then unknown Brad Nelson, heard about that, thought about it, figured out that it was right, and drew first for the rest of the tournament. And they were the only ones doing that. And Brad ended up getting 9th, and that's what kind of kicked off his big run. So here we go, Rugg back on the play, preordain on 1.
It's like a pretty good hand, and he's for Beasley.
Yeah.
He's gonna follow it up with an Explorer.
Please spell Pierce, just so we see something exciting.
I think that's... Oh, he does have another land in there. And I think it's a mountain too for that bolt in his hand. This is a nice curve for Orrin.
I think you're gonna spell Pierce. Is that what he's cheering for over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I want to see how Austin sideboarded because I board out both my Pierces and Gideons, and last game in game 2 we saw both spell Pierce and Gideon.
I guess there aren't a lot of spell threats from the Rugg deck.
No, it's really just Jace.
Yeah. And they can play around it.
Yeah.
Better than most.
Okay, just to make this a little more exciting, if he has a spell Pierce, BK is doing it like backflip.
I can't do a backflip.
Right, you're going to attempt a backflip, he should have said. He
hurt
misspoke. Attempt a
myself.
backflip is what we're going to watch. And if he doesn't, then Martin has to do a somersault.
And... Oh, come on.
Get somersaulting.
Oh, so it was an
Martin,
island.
Somersault.
Orrin does not have red, I don't believe. I don't think he even has another land. He's got Oracle, Jace.
Spell Pierce on the Rugg side. You bring in Spell Pierce though, right? If you had access to it.
Probably.
Well, actually, maybe not.
No
You don't
fourth
have,
land for Orrin. And Austin left up Leak for that Jace or Oracle or whatever was going to be on 4. Preordained. Presumably digging for more lands so that he can really take advantage of this mana advantage. Orrin leaks it in an attempt to not have to discard next turn if he missed another one, but he did draw a forest. Let's see if he leads with Oracle or Jace.
Which would you play?
Probably Oracle, but I do not know how to play Rugg, so...
You pretty much put him not on spell Pierce at this point, so that's not a consideration.
No, that's not really a consideration.
And so it's just...
He does go with Oracle.
And does he have the summoning trap? Oh my god. He forgot to board in the trap.
Oh no, what a fool.
Man.
Wow, and there's Mystic with Tech Edge for any Raging Ravines or Copperline Gorges that come off. And mana to counter this Jace, if he has a counter. I don't know if he does, but...
Owen and David Shields are in game 3.
Alright, Owen Turtenwald and David Shields
That feeling you
are
get
about
when
to
you're
go to game
like,
3.
Owen just got back from the concert.
Yeah,
Right into game 3, like...
He just let him have a game while he went to go watch Justin Bieber.
It was one game up. He was like, yeah, you can have the second game. I want to see at least one song.
Yeah.
He just got back.
There's Jace, and it looks like it might actually resolve. The way that Austin was flipping his cards, he looked a little frustrated.
With the speed that he mana leaked that Oracle,
yeah, the way he flipped his hand around, it looked like he was a little frustrated.
he's going to bounce.
You want to bounce the Stone Fortune?
No, well,
Get rid of his only red. Hope he can't draw another one off the Jace.
I was more surprised that he didn't have any counter spells.
Yeah, that is surprising.
That he was.
Didn't have another counterspell for the Jace. So he tech edged the red, hoping to buy some time to grind down that Jace.
I do agree with
Gives
you
him a
that there
free
should be a
mortar.
Team GP. There should be more Team GP.
More what?
Someone is asking if we would like to see a team Grand Prix.
There's a preordained. That might help him out of his situation a little. And he has a lightning bolt, which I think you just brainstorm and preordain and try and find a red. But maybe I'm greedy.
You have to brainstorm.
Maybe you preordain first and see where you are. No, because if you fate seal, then he can't like attack it and throw the mortar pot at it. He has to like invest in a sword or something.
Right.
Which I don't know if that's worth it.
Right?
So he goes preordain, puts them both in the bottom, draws, gets a Lotus Cobra, which he does not have another land yet.
But he hasn't brainstormed yet.
Right. So he brainstorms, and there's 3 lands, all of which make red. Well, there you go.
And that is.
And Bob's your uncle, as they say. Do they say that here? What country am I in?
Yeah, they say it.
Okay. So Cobra, and then like Ravine Bolt. It's a pretty good line.
Mountain double bolt? He only has 1 bolt.
Or yeah, he
thought he had 2
he does have to hold up a thing though, right? Otherwise, the Mortarpod token can wear a sword. So he does have to play a mountain and leave up Bolt, and wait until Austin goes to equip.
You don't think he just swings with Stoneforge into Jace then?
Right, but then you can bolt and
Then he can
not
bolt it.
get sorted. Get
Alright. We got it covered.
yeah. Cobra. Mountain, pass. Well, I guess if he attacks with the Mystic, you just block it. Right?
Yeah.
What if he equips the Mystic?
With the Mortarpod without throwing his token?
He can shoot it at Jace and then equip it and everything.
Oh, yeah, you bolted in response to the quit.
You got all the answers, don't you, Jay?
I really do.
Don't you?
Well, I'm paying attention. Not that you aren't, just that I am.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Reading a magazine. Watching the Justin Bieber concert on his phone.
It's been a long weekend of blue-white mirrors, man. That's
I'm really curious if Austin had a removal spell in his hand for that Oracle and wasted his mana leak. The way he flipped his cards, I can't see his hand, but the way he flipped his cards when that Jace was on the stack, he looked quite frustrated.
sword. Equip. Wait. No, don't worry. Sure. We can still bolt it.
Get in the hole. Yeah. Echo's fine. Attack, no blocks. How about a lightning bolt?
How sick would it be if Austin had the spell piercer? He does. Wow.
What? And that is. He attacked him.
He had the whole. I think he had it from turn 1. He sculpted the spell pierce.
He attacked him.
I like it.
He knew all those turns ahead.
You just have to throw away Jace here, right? Hope your Titan's enough.
Oh, he's gonna second token and then second the sick. That is sweet.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't think he wants to do that because he wants
That is.
a guy to put sword on and possibly to kill Cobra. Like if he has another Stoneforge in hand, so like he can kill Cobra, play Stoneforge, equip to one of them so that it's out of bolt range.
That was 6 spell pierce.
Well,
Sorry about that whammy.
Sorry about that whammy.
He's going to sack his team to kill Jace.
I think this turn was like a double whammy for Orrin.
Well, now that the Cobra's living, that means that Orrin gets to play a Titan off of his Raging Ravine that's on top of his deck. The second sword. But I don't think I didn't see an answer in Austin's hand. Yeah, there it is from the Brainstorm. Adds red and kill your Mystic, deal you 1, bash with Cobra. Yeah, I don't like throwing the guys at Jace there.
Yeah.
We're just all waiting for the Swirl of the Stars.
Doesn't he know this Lowest Cobra is way more dangerous than Jace the Mind Sculptor?
Well, I mean, it's not that, but...
Right.
This game is actually exciting.
That was a very interesting sequence of events there.
Of whammies.
Of whammies. A sequence of whammies, as they say. As Martin says.
Whammy upon whammy.
Preordained, this is going to be a good sweat. Oh, it's Oust. And the tech edge for the Raging Ravine.
And that is.
Well, no, because he has, I think his other card in between the Inferno Titan and the top of his deck is another Raging Ravine. So Austin needs to find a way to get the Cobra off the table.
Playing a second sword.
Oh, wow, he played it. Now he... Oh, I guess, yeah, he just casts it off the thing. No reason to play around a tech edge from the top, I suppose.
Think he'll try Mana Leak here? Make it real interesting.
Ship the turn.
And here comes Inferno Titan again.
It looks like it resolves.
3 to the Nug. So we can get 4 in Beasley.
Jace the Mind Sculptor for Austin, it looks like. It's just equates to a Brainstorm at this point, right? Stoneforge Mystic, Mana Leak,
And
Should have drawn that Western.
Marsh Flats, I believe, and there's the concession.
And Orrin Beasley goes on to the finals of Grand Prix Dallas.
Wow, that was an interesting game.
A lot of play back and forth.
It's
very exciting.
I gotta bring the stream down briefly for the finals.
Okay, we're gonna take a little break before the finals.
Like not even 5 minutes, like 2 minutes.
all right. Well, I'm gonna leave then.
What's
Why?
who won the other match? Rashad, is the other match over?
They're already starting game 3.
Okay. So unfortunately, Owen and David Shields have already started game 3, so we're not gonna be able to watch that game.
No, I'm leaving.
We're just gonna have to wait until that one's over so we can watch the finals, which is going to be Orrin Beasley against the winner of that match. So feed's gonna go down. Stay tuned. We'll be